It's been 1 year to the day that Disneyland has been closed. And so today we're going to talk about how do you manage when you can't go to Disney and you miss it so much, because we do. We have missed it so much this last year. And so we're going to talk about that. But it's not even just during a pandemic. Maybe it's you're waiting for a trip that's several months down the road. What do you do when you're missing Disney and you can't be there right now? This is episode 20. I'm Sariah.
I'm Aurora.
And together we're just your average Disney travelers. So even though we did just get the great news in the last week or so that Disneyland is probably going to open really soon, or at least soon-ish, we're finally seeing a light at that end of that tunnel. We still miss it. It's been a full year.
Yeah.
We were really fortunate to have gone right before it closed, just days before it closed.
Oh, yeah.
I keep thinking back as to what if we hadn't been able to do that. Oh, I'm so glad we were. And so, but even still, it's been a whole year now.
Yep. And
we miss it. And there's been a lot of things. I mean, we've all missed so much this last year. During quarantine, there's lots of things we've missed that aren't even Disney or vacation related. But in all of that isolation and change and all of that, there were times where we really kind of got the Disney bug and couldn't do anything about it. And so I know for us, there were some things that we did that helped. And I will disclaim, this doesn't make you not miss Disney at all.
Sometimes it makes you miss it a little more.
I think, it did make us feel sometimes that we missed it even more, but it gave us a little bit of a Disney fix at least.
Yeah.
And so we're just going to talk about a few of the things that we did, or even things that we haven't done, but we heard about or would read about, and share that with you. So what's the first thing? And we got to do it fast. What's the first thing we were going to mention?
Food?
Yeah, because mine's melting and I overfilled my cup. But so some of the things we've done is we have gotten like Mickey waffles. If you don't have a Mickey
Eggos.
We don't have a Mickey waffle maker yet. I think we really need to get one. So if you don't have one, you can actually get Eggos in Mickey shapes. Now, they're not the same as Mickey waffles.
Whatever. Yeah.
They're so thin and so small, but they're waffles in Mickey shape.
Yeah, and they're Eggos.
Yeah, so I mean,
they're yummy.
Yeah. So what else have we bought from a store?
We've gotten Mickey bars.
Mm-hmm. They're also a little smaller than the ones in the parks.
Yeah, but they still taste great.
Yeah. Now you could also do like easily Mickey pancakes if you're not gonna do waffles or Eggos. Let's see. There's also like Mickey snacks, Mickey goldfish, Mickey fruit snacks, juice boxes, or princess of those things. And so there's fun Disney shaped treats that you can do that aren't necessarily park treats, but are still
sugar cookies.
Yeah, make sugar. Oh, well, and you have your Marvel sugar cookie cutters.
I haven't made those cookies in a while.
But you can make Disney shaped cookies and ice them and decorate them. What's really cool when the pandemic happened and everybody was, all of the parks were closed, Disney came out with they actually released some of their recipes. So we actually today made, if you're watching on YouTube, we made some churro bites. These are not the same. They do not taste the same, but they're still fun and cute.
So
they don't taste bad. They're good, but they're not.
Either the recipe is
Disney's
different or we did them wrong.
Which could be true. I don't know how.
Could be both.
Well, and also these are teeny tiny. I don't have a very large piping thing. I had a small star piping thing that worked, but it wasn't as big. They're not as thick as the ones at the parks.
Yeah.
But still, hey, churros, I'll take them.
Sugar.
Mm-hmm. And I've never done it, but I think I've heard you can get churros that are very similar at Costco. So I don't hardly ever. I know this makes me weird because so many people love it, but we really don't go to the food court at Costco very often. And I know people love their pizza or their smoothies or whatever. So I think if I'm remembering correctly, they might have them. So that would be a place to get churros that are a lot like Disney's if you wanted to.
Yep.
And then what we've got to be eating quickly, or eating, me. Your cup is much better than mine. But if you can see on YouTube, we made Dole Whips.
Yeah, and then your umbrella's about to fall out.
Oh well, yeah, and we had some fun umbrellas to add because why not? It's a Dole Whip.
I also randomly had in my room.
Mm. Anyway, so treats, yeah. So there's also I know that the Disney Parks blog, or I think it's just a Disney Parks blog, will sometimes there might even be a food line of that. Disney Parks food blog. I don't remember.
But the blog does also post pictures of like the snacks.
Yeah. Well, if you have like a place that you really like to eat to, or a specific meal or a menu item that you really like at the Disney parks, sometimes they post those. Now they don't have them all, but occasionally they've posted specific ones. Sometimes the chefs will share recipes. And so, especially during this last year, we've seen that. So if you have a favorite, search for it, because you might actually get the recipe for it and you'd be able to make it at home. So, all right. So food, that was a big one. Let's see. What's the other we really, really liked doing this year?
The Imagineering story. I hope that's what you're thinking of. Okay, good.
And where can we watch that?
Disney Plus.
Yeah, so if you have Disney Plus, and I think a lot of people do these days, pretty much everyone did. That was genius timing. I don't think Disney even knew how genius and how fortunate they were that they
released it earlier.
Before. Well, the Disney Plus, Disney Plus came out right before the pandemic. Okay. And so many people, and then even people who maybe weren't going to, with the pandemic and everyone staying home and not being able to do outdoor, going out to do activities, I think a lot of people subscribed. And not just that, probably lots of streaming services, but certainly Disney Plus. And so if you have Disney Plus, then the Imagineering story, Rory, what is it? Sorry, you were just taking a bite.
Of course, you leave the explaining to me.
I can do it.
No, it's okay.
I just know you love it.
Yeah, I just can't explain things for the life of me.
Practice makes perfect.
So basically, it's the history of Disneyland. No, not just Disneyland, just Disney.
Yeah.
Basically, since started to now, and it focuses on the parks. And
it does. It focuses,
but it does especially at the beginning before there was parks. It does talk a little bit about the company beforehand. But
I believe there's 6 episodes.
Yeah, one for each decade.
Yeah, and oh my goodness, it's great because it takes you through the history of building Disneyland, opening it, the additions they have had, and then they started with Walt Disney World,
and then they had the foreign places too, and how they started and stuff,
which is really interesting. There's a lot of really cool information. We just love, and we've watched it multiple times.
Ow!
Oh, did you hurt yourself?
I bit my lip.
Oh no. So the Imagineering story, probably our very favorite.
Yeah.
Of the different shows and things.
That did not help.
Oh, I know. That was one that really would make us want to.
The food, I feel like, helps. Way to go.
I know, I dropped my umbrella.
The food, it seems like it helps, but the Imagineering story does not help with missing.
Yeah, it makes you miss it more. And not only that, but then it makes you want to go to everything, not just the Disney parks here, but now it's oh man, we've got to go to Shanghai. I really want to see Disneyland Paris Castle and things like that. So, but it's so fascinating and fun to watch. Another show on Disney Plus I personally absolutely love is The Magic of Disney's Animal Kingdom. Oh my goodness. My family will tell you, I love watching those behind the scene documentaries or shows. She
loves the
zoo shows.
Yeah, she loves
all the zoo shows. And this is just like that just with Disney. So it was whoa, and I've been there and I've seen those animals, and it's just really cool. So that was a really fun one for me. Let's see, what are some of the other ones? One Day at Disney. In that one, they have a long version, kind of like a movie version that has a bunch of the shorts put together. But then they also have where you can go and watch each of the shorts individually. And there's so many more than that are in that one movie length one. There's something like 50 something, I think. And they're all different kinds of people who work for or at Disney or affiliated with Disney. it's fascinating. I mean, and they're really short. Like I said, they're shorts. They're like, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 minutes, less than 10 minutes each. Not a single one of them was up to 10 minutes. And, but really quick. So even if you don't have a lot of time, you can just put one of those on, or a couple. And I really liked those. Of course, there's movies and TV shows that you can watch too.
Yeah.
What's been our favorite lately?
WandaVision?
Yeah,
I feel
WandaVision.
like a lot of times I'm just have to guess
Just
and
read my mind.
like
Hey, you're totally right on today.
well,
WandaVision, of course, is one of the new ones. We really, really like that one.
is this a piece of
Pineapple, probably the blender wasn't doing so hot at first. Okay, so WandaVision is one. What's another one you love?
Mandalorian.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotta wait a while for the next installment of that. But yeah. But at least, yeah, that's still out there to watch if you haven't watched it yet, or rewatch.
Yeah.
Another one we really enjoyed was Encore.
Oh yeah, we haven't watched that in a while.
Yeah, well, and it's fun. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Not really Disney related, but just on the Disney Plus channel. It's just really fun.
Yeah.
That one was about going and finding people who were in their high school musicals and going back and finding them, 10, 20, however many years later. And it was random. Some of them were within 5 years, some of them were 25 years.
Yeah.
And they'd gather them together and redo it.
Yeah, in 5 days.
Yeah, they've got like less than a week. And that was really fun.
Totally redo it.
Yeah. So that was a fun one.
Yeah.
So watching movies and shows, of course, Disney movies.
Yeah. And then also like home videos.
Yeah. So if you've been before rewatching home videos or looking at photos and photo books, that's something Lori has always done since she was a little baby.
Because I have a terrible memory.
Well, I mean, I think it's natural for young kids, especially, not to remember a lot of the details of the parks, which is why a lot of people say they want to wait till their kids are older.
Yeah.
But I've always said, you know what, just document it and let them have access to it. And then those memories live with them. Like Rory still has memories. They're based off of what she's watched, really, but that's still a true story. It's what happened is she rewatches what she experienced as a young girl. And so those memories are maintained. So, yeah. Okay. So another thing kind of along those lines with videos is YouTube. You can pull up almost just about any, probably any ride attraction from any of the parks on YouTube and watch. And people will have recorded kind of a point of view type of.
Yeah. Doesn't Disney have like some rides that had like the Nemo submarine, like where it does have like. Maybe it's just that one because that one.
They do, but I don't know if that's been published. I don't know if they've released that, but that's something when you're in the parks you can go and watch separate. But
fun fact.
Yeah, if you're at Disneyland, that submarine ride can be tricky for people with mobility issues. In fact, it's nearly impossible for most. And so there's a little room that if you can't go on the ride, you can either watch while your party's riding, or they can just come and watch with you. You don't have to go on the ride at all if you don't want to. But it's basically the video of what you would see if you're looking out the window of the submarine. So you still can experience. You're not in the submarine, but you get to experience what you would see if you were. Yep. But that's not. Well, maybe it is on YouTube. I've never looked, but most rides, just about any ride, if you go search for it, you can find a point of view video. I've always recommended this for parents to watch before going to parks anyways, to get an idea of the type of experience each attraction is. So they would know, oh, our light just went out.
Yep.
All right, well, we'll finish this in less than ideal lighting. I might need to get a new ring light. We've been having troubles with this for weeks. But anyways, taking a glance at some of those rides and getting an idea of what type of atmosphere it is, so you would know whether your kids would be afraid or just disinterested. So you know whether it's something you're interested in or not. I do warn though, of don't ruin spoilers. If there's something new that you haven't experienced before, or if there's, if you've read about things that you're really excited about, I just don't spoil it for yourselves. Mm-hmm. Just watch whatever you need to know whether your kids can ride it, and then go and enjoy it.
Yeah. Or like, for some rides, maybe you could just, I don't know.
Even reading reviews sometimes will give you an idea of that. But if you are missing the parks and you want to get a taste of that right now, and you've been on the rides before, go re-ride them through YouTube. That'd be fun. Do you remember watching when the quarantine first started, how people would recreate? Oh, yeah. Those are fun to look up too. You could go and look up people's own renditions.
Find some, because I would see like I don't remember exactly, but I saw like one of the videos again. I was like,
Do you remember like which ones we've seen?
we saw Splash Mountain.
Mm-hmm. People recreating Splash Mountain in their backyard. I liked, there was Pirates. Yeah, they made it through their house. Like, I don't know if they were in a little red wagon or whatever. They were pulling around and they'd go and they'd have these from room to room different scenes that were kind of like their version of Pirates of the Caribbean. Another one I really liked, it was actually made by a Disney cast member who missed. She does the Kilimanjaro safari ride. And so she got a bunch of stuffed animals. And I think she had, I don't know, like one of those play school safari Jeep toys, and would drive it around past the different animals and do her little talking spiel about, you know, the elephants or the lions or whatever. I thought that was really cute. But so you could even find stuff like that, which who couldn't use just a cute little dose of cuteness and fun and laughter? Yeah. Any other ideas with that, or things you can think of?
Nope.
One other thing I was thinking of that had to do with YouTube is you could even create your own YouTube content. Maybe you recreate your own favorite ride, or even just making some fun video, like recreate your favorite Disney movie scene.
Or maybe a podcast.
Or yes, you could create your own podcast, or just listen to ours and other Disney podcasts if you don't want to recreate one. But anyway, so those are some fun things. Okay. I like listening to Disney songs. That's like my Spotify is almost all related to Disney, whether it's Disney music you would hear in the parks, Disney music.
Big piece of pineapple.
You just have a big piece of pineapple. Sorry. I think your batch didn't get as blended as mine. Sorry. That's all right.
Whole bite with pineapple.
Hey, it's a good thing you like pineapple.
That's true.
Anyway, so listening to Disney songs, Disney music. If you play an instrument, learning a Disney song.
Are you implying something?
Yeah, learn some Disney songs for me. Play them. Rory plays the piano. She should. Do you think, what song should we make you learn for me? You should learn "Can You Feel the Love Tonight," and then Daddy and I can dance to it. That was our wedding song.
That'll just make me feel awkward.
For us to be dancing? You're silly. Okay. All right. So you and I both are wearing some things that you could wear.
We are wearing things.
We are wearing things. That's good. What are you wearing?
My sister's Team Dole Whip shirt.
Yeah. And I'm wearing just it's not even like specifically to Minnie Mouse, but it's red with white polka dots, which to me means Minnie Mouse. And anyway, so wearing clothes. Yeah. So you wearing clothes, wearing ears sometimes, wearing jewelry, accessories. If you have a Disney bag or a Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse bag, whatever, something like that. I even have Disney shoes. I do.
Almost all your shoes.
No, not almost all my shoes. I only have a couple shoes, but I do almost all my socks.
Yeah,
that's true.
You don't have that. Oh, you have a lot of shoes.
Yeah. So different things like that. And that's just for fun. It's like bring a little bit of Disney into your regular daily life. And, you know, I mean, to be honest, people feel sometimes self-conscious wearing Disney clothes when they're not at Disney. And I don't get it. I wear Disney clothes all the time. And I see people with Disney clothes out and about too. So I'm not the only one. And no one ever looks at me like, are you 5? Why are you wearing a Minnie Mouse shirt? You know? So I think that don't be self-conscious. Just wear it. Have fun. Put a smile on your face. Put a smile on other people's faces.
This goes with like also just anything.
That's true.
If it makes you smile, or
listen to that Disney music and blast it, and who cares? You know, if other people can blast their, you know, bass and stuff in the lane next to you, you can blast your Disney music, right?
I'm just picturing like just coming up in a car. This is blasting Disney music.
Why not? Okay, I don't blast it because I don't like things super, super loud, but loud and proud. Okay. Another idea I had was doing a Disney craft.
We should try that.
We should.
I don't know why we haven't.
I don't know. Maybe because I'm not usually huge into
this
the craftiness.
Is a craft.
This is more than I usually do as far as getting creative. But, you know, we had to have our churro bites and our Dole Whip.
Hold up.
Oh, yes. Rory's Dole Whip is in her Phantasmic mug. That lights up,
but it doesn't light up the Dole Whip. It's too
thick. Dole Whip is way too thick, so it's not going through the Dole Whip.
That'd be cool though.
So what kind of Disney craft would be fun to make?
I don't know.
I think that you could, even if you like say you're missing Disney and you're looking forward to a future trip, you could create a countdown.
You did that for me once for my birthday.
I did do that. You could maybe craft something to have in your room, like maybe sew a Mickey Mouse pillow and sleep with it on your bed.
Make bracelets. Bracelets.
Mm-hmm.
You can make necklaces.
Sure.
I'm making a very weird.
Making a weird sign.
Yeah, just necklace there.
You could make your own ears if you don't have ears all ready to wear. Make some ears.
You can get some earrings. I'm
You're doing all the jewelry. You're not a jewelry person, but you're listing all the jewelry.
I customize bracelets.
Mm-hmm.
Those Alex and Ani ones.
Oh, I love Alex and Ani bracelets. Oh, I miss Disney. I need more Disney Alex and Ani. Thanks. Okay.
You're welcome.
How about making a picture frame? You could even, again, looking forward to a trip, maybe make a
photo album. Or
even
if a trip you might have already made a photo album or a book, you can make a new one.
Yep.
Like you can do that too.
Yep. So lots of different things. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else? Those are fun things that either. There is one more thing, and I've mentioned this before as an idea as part of looking forward to a trip and what you can do to kind of get excited for it.
Oh, the dinners.
Yeah. Like having totally Disney themed, and I was even thinking
we still haven't done.
Well, we still haven't done, but we need to. But I was also thinking, even just having a Disney themed day, have everyone wear something Disney, wear your ears, wear a Disney shirt, whatever, and do things throughout the day. Start with your Mickey waffles and Mickey pancakes, and then maybe play a Disney game. Oh, that's something you can put on there. Play a Disney game. Anyways, play a Disney game, watch a Disney movie or something, and then you could go and maybe do some of these activities that you've mentioned. Maybe you together as a family, you make the churro bites or beignets. I'm pretty sure beignets was a recipe that they shared. Yeah, the Mickey beignets. We I'll tell you later. So anyways,
I'm pretty sure I know what they are.
Yes, you've had them.
I can't picture.
It's fried dough. Fried dough with powdered sugar.
Oh, from
Princess and the Frog. Yes, for Princess and the Frog. Yeah. So anyways, so go and do that, and then have a Disney themed dinner, maybe maybe spaghetti, and then you watch Lady and the Tramp or whatever. I think that would be kind of fun to have a Disney day. So that's another idea. Anyways, anything else? What else? Anything else we have done that I totally could read books?
Oh, I was just about to say that.
You tell them, because I was saying the last few.
Okay. Disney books, and so there's different types. So one of her favorites, is the Kingdom Keepers. Yeah. I'm not going to describe them.
It's like a group of teenage kids that are they have their. It is kind of hard to describe.
Okay, I'm going to give them a simplest
you do it
thing, and if it's not giving you a big enough idea, Google it. Kids get transported to Disneyland or the parks when they sleep. Boom.
Pretty much.
Oh, and then all the characters, animatronics and stuff.
Yeah, animatronics.
They come to life and they try to attack them and take over the place. That's basically it.
It's really cool. That's a good one. So that one I love because it takes place in the parks.
And it switches up.
And it's mostly at Walt Disney World. But Disneyland is similar enough to Magic Kingdom that first book is very, very similar. You will never write It's a Small World again without thinking about this book if you do read it. Anyways,
I forgot about that.
Yeah. So there's other books that are not necessarily about the parks, although there are lots of parks. There's lots of behind the scenes books.
Yeah. One of my favorites, I don't know the exact name of it is, but it was 101 facts or whatever about Disney World. It's a bit outdated. Yeah. But it still has some pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah, that's the problem about a lot of books that are about the parks. The parks are constantly changing. Yeah. So you gotta realize they're written at they're for the time that they were written. Yeah. There's lots of books that some of the past Imagineers have written. that you could read, or books about Walt Disney
Yep.
himself, the man.
And then there's like Hidden Mickey's.
Yeah, books about things like that. There's also books that are not necessarily related to Disney travel, but are Disney themes. Like I like the ones that are twists on the princess stories.
Oh, I keep seeing those at like bookstores.
And we've read a couple of them. I don't know if you remember,
Oh,
but
yeah,
like
I
don't remember the names now.
I do.
I should have looked up. I didn't even think about the books until
Cinder and Ella.
Yes.
Snow White, but instead of an I and white, it's a Y.
Yeah.
We haven't read that one.
We need to.
We didn't together.
Yeah.
I remember like years ago we got them, and when you read Cinder and Ella to me.
Yep.
And then we were going to do Snow White, but we never did that.
Not together.
No.
So anyways, so reading and there's so many.
Yeah, so ones I've seen, like I don't remember what the name was, but it was like where like what if it's like the villains, I think it was like sort of like what if they won or something, or if like there's some twist that was like it was all the same author. It's a different author than those two.
Yeah.
But
the point is you can find books that would meet your interest, whether you're looking for factual behind the scenes type of information, a documentary type of information, or if you're wanting some, just a little bit of fiction, different age ranges. Of course, there's kids Disney books and then young teens. And anyway, so there's lots of different stuff that you could read, and that'd be fun too. Anyways, yeah. So we are missing Disney still. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, and it's so nice to know that there's something in the works. There, I think that pretty soon here, actually right about now, they're starting over at California Adventure Park, the food and beverage event, a taste of Disney. It's not, the park rides won't be open, but the park itself will be open to walk through for this event. It is a ticketed event. You do need to have a ticket to go, but that's nice just to be able to step into the parks again. But hearing now that the actual theme parks with their attractions can open to a very limited capacity.
Yeah, like 15%.
Yeah.
And only people from California.
At the beginning, yeah. So we can't go because we're not in California.
But there's always Disney World.
That's true. Yes, that is true. But anyhow, so but this is the first step. This is how it needed to start, to have this limited capacity, have the limited, the area of who's allowed to go. And then that's the first step. What will follow is that widening out, having more people attending and being able to let Arizona come. And so, but yeah, so we're excited. So we're still waiting. We still miss Disneyland. So if you are too, try some of these ideas. And if you have new ideas that we didn't mention, things that you've done this last year, let us know. Send us put it in the comments or send us a message and let us know, because that'd be fun to hear from you.
Yep.
But anyways, so have fun trying these things. Try not to miss Disney too much if you do some of this stuff, because it'll make you miss it more. But enjoy, have a good time, and we'll see you next week.
See you.